Let's go ahead now and bring in Dan Hoffman. He joins us. He's a Fox News contributor, former CIA station chief. Dan, I know you've been listening in on some of this with us. What do you make of the Secretary's performance this morning in the hot seat once again every day, that he is the story, he is on the losing side of this narrative?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not what he would prefer. Look, I've known Secretary Austin for many years, going back to our service in Iraq, and I used to brief him regularly when he was Commander CENTCOM, and I have nothing but the highest regard for him as one of the great military leaders of his generation. But there's no escaping the fact that this was a self-inflicted political wound. Cabinet officials, while doing their jobs, also have to take the Hippocratic oath of causing no harm to the president's re-election campaign, and that is something that he risked doing by this failure, really, to ensure that he advised the president that he was going to be at critical care at Walter Reed. It's something he would expect from his subordinates. It's good national security strategy to be able to ensure that the president knows where his cabinet officials are. It's again a self-inflicted wound that doesn't help the president.
Dan, what do you make of the fact that the president, while the U.S. is supporting two major war operations overseas, didn't even chat with his defense secretary for days?
Yeah, that's something worth asking President Biden, how often he would have been in contact with Secretary Austin. You would have thought that there would be very regular contact, personal contact. Now, maybe the president relies more on his national security advisor, but one would think, certainly in previous administrations, Jillian, you and I both know, that there was very regular contact between the president and the Secretary of Defense. So that's another issue here that's probably worth digging into, and I'm sure that the House Armed Services Committee will be doing just that.
Dan, we got to leave it there. Thanks to all this breaking news we've been going on with this morning. Thanks for staying with us, listening in to the Secretary. We'll bring you back soon.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.